To me, at least, it doesn't get any cornier than calling out Lou Holtz, who's 153 years old. He can't be serious. I thought he was joking, but he wasn't. Ryan Day, a grown man, is concerned about Lou Holtz's opinion. The dude is 141 years old. We haven't even addressed this. Ohio versus the world. Give me a break. So we all know that Ryan Day is the biggest fraud out there, right? If you don't, you should know. I've been saying this the past 3 years on the channel. Why do I label him as a fraud? Because when you look at his stats, his coaching record, he comes off as a good head coach. He's always winning 10, 11 games per year, and he wins enough games and he's good enough to the point where you can't justify firing him. But, and I have a big but at the same time, he is yet to win the big game. And to go on top of all of that, he had one of the most talented teams in the country over the past 2 years, and he couldn't win a championship. He's a fraud. He's an absolute fraud, and that's all there is to it. We're not here to talk about that. In today's video, we're here to talk about something he has recently stated. And let me make this clear. I don't dislike Ryan Day. I don't have a problem with the dude. He seems like a great overall guy. Me saying he's a fraud, that's just me evaluating his coaching career. Nothing personal. A lot of people, for some reason, get that mixed up when I have football takes. They think it's some personal vendetta against a team or a person, when it's not. I can sit up here all day and say, oh, Notre Dame's overrated. Does that mean I have beef with the Notre Dame head coach, Marcus Freeman, and beef with the quarterback? No. That just means I think they're overrated. And let me clarify on this. I don't think Notre Dame's overrated. I'm just using that as an example. But getting back on track here, after Ohio State had that chaotic and unreal win against Notre Dame, congratulations. I do want to say that. Congratulations. Clap it up, Ohio State. You won the game. I give you all the credit. We already talked about all that. But it's what happened after the game that left me scratching my head. After they reviewed the play, the players are storming the field, all that nice stuff's going on. They interview Ryan Day, and you know what he does? He just goes off on a rant and tangent. My man was straight up screaming and crying like a baby because Lou freaking Holtz, I guess, called him out, or whatever you want to call it. We'll get to that in just a second. If you saw the interview, you know what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, I can't show you the interview where he was crying like a baby and screaming like a girl because it'd get copyrighted and taken down just like that. But I'm going to show you the quote of what Ryan Day said and try to do my best impersonation. This was the first thing he had to say after the win. Quote unquote, I'd like to know where Lou Holtz is right now. What he said about our team. What he said about our team, I cannot believe. This is a tough team right here. We're proud to be from Ohio, and it's always been Ohio against the world. And it will continue to be Ohio against the world, but I tell you, I love those kids, and we have a tough team. Continuing along here, everybody's questioning these kids all the time. We had one bad half the last couple of years, that's it. Everybody wants to question these guys. These guys are warriors that can win. I'm emotional about this for a reason. A lot of people question these kids and say a lot about them, and I love them. When someone attacks your family, to come in and win is special. It's a great win for our program and a great win for Ohio State. We're not going to stand for that. That's not even close to true. We had one bad half a couple of years ago up in Ann Arbor. I don't know where that narrative comes from, but that ends tonight. This team right here showed toughness. They showed grit. They didn't give up, and they found a way to get that last yard. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is what Ryan Day, the man, the myth, the legend, had to say. And you know why he's upset about this? Because he is upset that Lou Holtz talked, quote-unquote, bad about Ohio State. Going back to the first thing he said, this was the first thing he said. Quote-unquote, I'd like to know where Lou Holtz is right now. Ryan Day, my man, are you serious? Lou Holtz is 107 years old. He's taking a nap. He was asleep. He can't be serious. I thought he was joking, but he wasn't. Ryan Day, a grown man, is concerned about Lou Holtz's opinion. The dude is 141 years old. Lou Holtz is so old, they actually had to take him off of College Football Live just because of old age. Lou Holtz is like a cat. He sleeps 16 hours a day and he's only awake when he wants food and he gotta go to the bathroom or something like that. You can't make this up. If this isn't being a certified cornball, I don't know what it is. Imagine a grown man, a head coach, calling out Lou freaking Holtz. I can't get over this talking about I'd like to know where Lou Holtz is right now. Dude, get out of here. He was taking a nap. I did hear what Lou Holtz had to say before the game, and I didn't think it was anything bad. Here's what Lou Holtz had to say, which, by the way, this was a skit they did on the Pat McAfee show. It wasn't even like Lou Holtz actually meant this. He's just doing it for comedy. And I know there's going to be a big controversy in comment section. Some people are going to say, oh, no, well, he meant that. Anyways, who cares? Let's say he did mean it. I'll show you what he had to say. Lou Holtz stated, and I quote, "You look at Coach Ryan Day, and I coach at Ohio State under Woody Hayes. We won the national championship when I was there. I'm proud of that. However, he has lost to Alabama, Georgia, Clemson, Michigan twice. And everybody that beats him does so because they are more physical than Ohio State, and I think Notre Dame will take that same approach." I'm going to ask you guys a question. Does that come off as Lou Holtz just saying something crazy about Ryan Day and Ohio State? I didn't get that vibe. And I saw this live. When I was watching it live, I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. And even rewatching it, I rewatched the clip and I'm rereading this. What's wrong with this? All he said was, yeah, Ryan Day hasn't done anything and he's lost to Alabama. He just spit out facts. Lou Holtz just put the obvious out there. Ryan Day doesn't win big ball games. That's all there is to it. And he also said, yeah, Ohio State isn't physical, and they're not. Ohio State is soft. They're soft. Everybody knows this, even Ohio State fans. You know this. Michigan has literally bullied you the past 2 years. You're soft as a cupcake. Granted, I'll give you credit. Against Georgia, you played physical. And against Notre Dame, you played physical. But for the most part, every other big game, especially against Michigan, you play soft. My point is, we're not here to talk about the Notre Dame game. We're here to talk about what Lou Holtz had to say. I don't think it's anything crazy. I don't think it's anything to get too worked up about. But apparently, Ryan Day was using this as motivation, and he feeling some type of way about what 107 years old Lou Holtz had to say about his football team. Like, dude, get out of here. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. If Lou Holtz today got up on ESPN or the Pat McAfee show and said, yeah, Matt B. Great's channel sucks, just completely threw me under the bus, would I care? No, it's Lou Holtz. He doesn't even know what he's saying. Did y'all watch the last couple of years? He was on College Football Live, and I mean this with all due respect. He just yapping up there. You don't even know what's going on. When he was on College Football Live the past 3 to 4 years he was there, he was just talking to talk, man. It just buzzed my mind that Ryan Day was this offended by what Lou Holtz had to say. He took it that personal because instead of celebrating the win, the first thing he said after the game was, I wonder where Lou Holtz is right now. He didn't congratulate his team, didn't say how happy he was, none of that. He said, where's Lou Holtz? Really, bro? He acted like Lou Holtz been bullying him in high school the past 3 years. And it just goes to prove that Ryan Day's worried about the wrong things, man. He's worried about the wrong things. Do you think Nick Saban or Kirby Smart for even a split second would give two flying craps about what Lou Holtz had to say about their teams? No, because they focus on the biggest picture. I said the biggest picture. I'm going to say the bigger picture. You get what I'm trying to say. Ryan Day's priorities are out of line. And I'd like to think he's a good guy, but after seeing him say what he said in the interview, I'm like, dude, this guy's actually a cornball. To me, at least, it doesn't get any cornier than calling out Lou Holtz, who's 153 years old. Gosh, man, you can't make this crap up. And I don't even hate Ohio State, but this right here, what Ryan Day had to say, and this whole, we haven't even addressed this, Ohio versus the world. Give me a break. It's not Ohio versus the world. Nobody hates you. We just laugh at you. I don't even hate Ohio State, but after watching that interview, it's making me want to. Ohio versus the world. It's always been Ohio versus the world. Bro, what are you talking about? Y'all ain't won a championship in over 10 years. And the last time you was in a championship game, you got humiliated on national TV by Mac Jones and Devontae Smith. Get the F out of here with this whole Ohio versus the world. Nobody hates you. Nobody's envious of Ohio State football. For me or anybody else to be envious or jealous of Ohio State football, you have to have something that we don't have or we won't. And you don't. There's nothing about me that is jealous of Ohio State football the past 5, 6, 7 years. I guess that's the difference, though. Ryan Day's worried about Lou Holtz, and us in the Southeast, we're worried about winning championships. And like I said, I don't even hate Ohio State. Don't have a problem with them. But now, I can't wait to watch Michigan beat the absolute brakes off of them. Y'all about to see me turn into a Michigan fan during that game. Calling out Lou Holtz. It doesn't get any lower than that. I'm done. Let me know your thoughts down below. But